My name is Nicholas Galogli, and this is the speech planning speech that'll cover the informative speech and persuasive speech that'll be taking place later in the course. The career field I chose was being a police officer in law enforcement, as I am one currently. The reason I chose this career field was not doing the same thing every day, taking a lot out of me in my everyday life and putting value into other people's lives, because usually when you deal with individuals in this kind of line of work, it's not on their best day. You could be having a great day yourself, but the people you were talking to and facing could be having the worst day of their lives, potentially. The God value quality that could be promoted out of this is the attentiveness, being attentive towards all the individuals that you come across, making sure that you listen to them and their problems, their feelings, emotions, trying to find solutions for them, or determining the solution for them in the long run, depending on what type of call. This speech can benefit all walks of life for informing the public about law enforcement and the career, and how the publicity is mainly negative nowadays, but there's a lot of positive that comes out of law enforcement that's not talked about regularly. For the informative speech, I chose the persuasive speech, sorry. I did choose child obesity. I know it was in the instructions, but personally, I think child obesity needs to be talked about more and often. This particular problem is growing rapidly in cases across just America. I think America is the most obese country in the world, and that is saying something about what we're teaching and how the youth is implementing it into their lives. The God valued outcome from this speech could be determination. I mean, not coming from an obese family, but a family that definitely had their struggles with weight, I've personally found a different outcome in my life to stay fit and have discipline every single day to have a healthier and natural life. And I passed that on to my two daughters as well. We work out regularly, my wife and I, and not just that, we stay in the kitchen eating nutritious foods, preparing meals for the week, not going out to eat and ordering pizza or Bojangles chicken, which is in North Carolina, which is great, but we can't eat that all the time. But I think the speech will benefit ultimately parents, knowing what to look for in foods, fruits, vegetables, what not to look for, especially different dyes like red dye in Kool-Aid, the Kool-Aid packets, that can promote ADHD in children, and it could be detrimental to their youth and them having a better youth, learning more and taking in a lot more information what they could be doing. So those are my speeches: the law enforcement career for the informative and the child obesity for the persuasive, both having God valued qualities implemented within them and benefiting both parents and the public about law enforcement and child obesity.